Head over to miniaturemarket.com where they have thousands of board games at discounted prices, and you can sign up for product alerts. Hello my friends, it's the Game Boy Geek here. Today we're going to be going all over the map of America, but we're going to be rolling dice and simultaneously trying to figure out which states to go in that neighbor others and keeping track of the numbers as we do that. Today we're taking a look at Rolling America in my series, The Best Games I Forgot About, Rediscovered Treasures, because I've often been going back to older games during the pandemic and rediscovering how much I loved some of these. Because when I get done playing a game, I'm like, oh my gosh, I forgot how good this game was. I haven't played it in years. This is one of those. Let's show you why in Rolling America. I'll show you a quick overview, and I'll see you on the other side. Rolling America comes in this nice little box. Here's my hand for the size of this, and it has a nice magnetic lid that snaps shut. It comes open. Let's show you what comes in the box. You obviously will get the rules. You get a stack of double-sided color score pads that basically allows you to do 100 games. It comes with a dice bag where these dice will go inside. You'll be drawing them from the game. Excellent bag there. Now everyone will take their own sheet, their scoring sheet. This game's gonna be played over 8 rounds, and what you're gonna be doing is filling these states in with numbers. Now let's show you how a round typically works. One person per round will be the designated roller. They'll take the bag, they will blindly take 2 dice out at a time and roll them in front of everybody. So here I have a 2 green and a 6 clear. Now what this means is that I have to place the number 2 on any of the green states. So I might put a 2 here. And then the 6, since it's the clear die, it's the only wild die. I can put this 6 on pretty much any open state, and maybe I'll just go up here and put the 6 way up in the middle of nowhere. Then the player will then take the bag again, and they will take out 2 new dice, and they will roll it in front of everybody. So now everybody's doing a 4 blue and a 4 red. Now, it looks like I'm just kind of doing this blindly at first right now, but as numbers get on here, there's some certain placement rules that you need to follow. But before we get there, the last basically sets of 2 dice will come out, and so now we have a 2 orange and a 3. So this brings us to a little bit of the placement rules. So this 3 here, I have to place this 3 so it's in a blank state that's not already has something in it, and any state next to it has to have a number that's 1 higher or 1 lower at most. So it could match, or it could be next to a 2 or a 4. So I could put the 3 here because it's blank and there's nothing around it, or I could put it here because it's at least next to a 2, which is 1 lower than a 3. I could also put it here, which is 1 next to a 4. So maybe I decided to do that. Every state, regardless of color, surrounding this number has to be no more than 1 number apart from it. And so that's sort of the placement rules. Now that's the end. There's 1 die left in the bag, but that doesn't matter because this is the end of the round. You only do 6 die. Everyone will cross off the number 1 round. You'll take this dice, you'll put it back in the bag, you'll pass the bag to the next person, and you'll start the next round. So we're a little bit further into the game now. We're into round 6, and as you can see, I've filled out numbers. And so what's going to happen is, let's just show you what happens here. So the next player rolls the dice, and we have a 3 and a 1. Now, let's look at this purple 3. I've got to put this 3 in blank state. If I can, I have to write it in there. I can't really write it in here, and I have to write it in here because I have to. Because number 1, I can. And number 2, it doesn't break any rules, which means any state around it has to have either be blank or have a number that's 1 away. Now later on a subsequent round, if I got this, a 1, I can't put a 1 here because it's breaking the rules because these numbers are more than 1 away. I couldn't put it here, so I get a couple of choices. I could X out one of these states, or I could use one of these special abilities. I could use a color change. So you get 3 times where I could change this color. So instead of this being a purple, I'm going to make it an orange and put the 1 next to the 2 here. While we're over in orange, notice that these 2 states, Hawaii and Alaska, they don't use the same neighboring rules that all the other ones. It's sort of like free spaces to put any numbers you want. So 3 times per game, I can use this change color. If on a later round, I rolled this again and I really got, let's see, I had a 2 here. What you can do is guard. You can write the 2 and then circle it, and this is a guard. This essentially is, well, this would have been an X because I couldn't have gone there, but instead of putting the X, I get to put a guard. Basically what this means is this does not become an X, And later on, it's as if this space has an X, meaning I don't have to follow any other rules, which means I could put a number here that does not have to be a 1 or a 3 in regards to that state. The last thing you could do is dupe. So let's say I rolled this, and let's say this was a yellow 3. I could dupe, which is essentially doubling it. I could do it twice. So I could put a 3 here, and I could put a 3 here, like that. Now, to take it one step further, you could even combine these abilities. And notice you get to do 3 of these each ones. Sometimes you might want to color change, then dupe. So I have this. I might change this from this to a blue. So I got this. And then we can dupe it. So different ways that you could combine these special abilities. Let's say it's about the last round, 8th round. I've used all my special abilities, all 9 of them. Let's say I rolled this. I have a 4 yellow. I can't put anything in yellow because everything's already full. And since I can't change it or do anything with it, I don't do anything. This one is a red. There's 2 empty states here, and I have a 6. I can't put a 6 here because it's not 1 away from 4 and 3, and I can't put it here for the same reason. So I have to X out one of these states. And that would be pretty much the end of that. Let's say that was the end of the game. Then what's going to happen is any empty state that you have is going to get X'd out. And then you are going to pass this sheet to the player to your left, and they're going to help you score. Essentially what they do is make sure you didn't make any mistakes. They go through and make sure every number that you have that's not circled or guarded is just 1 away. And then they come around here and they say, oh, wait a second, look at this. This 1 is not, this does not match because the 1 does not match the 3. So they would basically X this one out here. And then at the end, you would count them all up. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you would put 6 here, and whoever has the lowest number of X's is the winner. And the reason why someone else looks at this paper is because sometimes they see things that were missed. And here my score is actually a 7, which actually is a pretty good score. All right, Rolling America. This is a rediscovered treasure for me because, well, number one, it's portable. It's kind of like a pocket game. You can put this game right in your pocket, take it to a restaurant, do whatever. It's small, it's portable, it's easy to pull out. It's easy to teach, but definitely has tough choices the entire game. You're constantly going, oh man, I don't like that number. What am I going to do with it? Should I put it over here? Should I put it over here? There's a lot of forward thinking. There's a lot of planning. There's a lot of that. So the game offers a lot of good decisions for how small and simple and short the game is. You're trying to figure out when you're stuck, like when's the right time to use those abilities? When do I want to change the color of a die? When do I want to double the die in a certain area that's really going to help me? When do I want to just guard something? And when you guard something, it's like, which state am I going to put this in and guard it that's going to actually help me out the most? Meaning everything around it can be whatever, right? That state doesn't do anything. So you kind of want to put those in like in the middle of as many states that surround it, right? So there's some strategies to not only like when to do that, but then which state to put that in within that color that the die came up with. I like that. I also like that you can play this literally with like an unlimited amount of people. Just, use the sheets. You can I believe you can download a print more online. And you can play with as many people as you want because literally everyone's playing the same game. Now, that could be a negative for some players. There's literally no interaction at all. You're all playing the same exact game. But it's interesting to see how people do different things with the same exact game as it played out. And you look at the maps and they all look differently, even though we all played the same game. I think that's a cool aspect of it. This definitely is like a really thinky filler game. Like, it's short, it's quick, it's about 20 minutes long, but man, it's kind of a little bit of a brain burner. I love that aspect of it. This is one of this came out during this time where like roll and writes weren't really a big thing yet. They had just started sort of picking up steam. And so this is one of the first ones that really started this wave, and it still holds up better than most of them that have come out since that. On the negative side of things, it can be a little unforgiving for newer players if you haven't played it once, even just once. After that, you'll be fine, but like you'll put a number up somewhere and you'll be like, oh, I need to count it. That's a 2. Then this is gonna be a 3 and a 4 and a 5, and like the highest number that could be here if I want all this to work is this. And so there's a little bit of forward things that like if it's your first time playing, you can get yourself stuck, but it's the only negative here, and it only happens probably maybe in your first game, and each game's only 20 minutes, and you usually play this game more than once anyways. So overall, that's why Rolling America is, a rediscovered treasure and one that I forgot how much I love. So I recommend it if you're looking for a short, quick, thinky filler and a dice rolling game. This has been the Game Boy Geek, breaking down barriers, growing relationships through board games by helping you find the next one you'll love. Game Toppers not only transforms your existing table to a high-quality gaming solution, they now offer full leg kits and dining cover solutions for the full table application. Paired with their amazing, thematic, premium stitch edge mats from noted board game artists like Vincent Dutray, collapsible cup holders, and really cool accessories, it's a complete system that upgrades every game you play. Go to GameToppersLLC.com or click the link below.